unfortunately, they don't promote the nail and the screw. They just promote the chair.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I just don't get it, man, because I had I remember Marcus Johnson from the Milwaukee Bucks giving Dr. J fits. But people only know Marcus Johnson because in the movie, what is it, White Men Can't Jump, I'm going to go get my other gun and shoot everybody. People don't even know that dude was an NBA All-Star. You know, it's like,
I know.
You not talk about that guy. Andrew
we don't.
Boston Strangler.
It's like everything else. You know what? It's funny you say that, not to cut you off, but it's just like with anything else. You know, how do we not know that Haiti was the first independent black nation? No one's teaching it. It's the same with anything else. You know, we stay focused on right here and right now, and we don't realize that there's more to this than just Steph Curry and LeBron. You know, there were people beforehand, underlings, as you will, you know, guys that really made the league, you know, what it is before Bird and Magic got there.
Thank you. See, downtown Freddie Brown. You know.
Oh man, we can go on and on with names, man. There's so many great players, man. I mean, a guy like Wes Unseld never gets any love.
Ever.
You know,
I don't
Hal Greer, who just passed away. Dave Bing. Not only was he a great player, but one of the greatest and smartest businessmen you ever gonna meet. You know, Junior Bridgman made more money off the basketball court than he ever did in the NBA. Junior Bridgman worth like over $1 billion.
Yes. And,
you know.
And you will talk to some of these quote-unquote basketball aficionados, and Junior Bridgman, who is that? You know, or Junior Burrow? No, Bridgman. And it's insane, and it really bothers me. I mean, because I'm proud of my folks, you know, and I'm a sportsman. That's why I do this, because I really like sports.
We like shiny things.
True.
That's it.
True.
We just like shiny things. Steph Curry is shiny. LeBron is shiny. Kyrie is shiny. We like shiny things.
And that's just, it just seems like somebody should do something, man. Well, I'm going to do it. You know, I'm going to continue to reach out to guys like you and others, and hopefully we can get some light shined on guys like you, because like you said,
definitely.
Talk about how you know, let's segue from basketball to sports. Let's talk about you and talking to young people and reaching out to the communities. Let's talk about that for a second. Tell the people what's going on with that.
Well, you know, I've always been active in the community. I do my stuff. You know, I don't like doing stuff in front of cameras because that's not why I do it. I was brought up to always help others, and so I continue to do it. Young people, it's a passion of mine to help them. It's not always about money, you know, giving money. Sometimes it's just spending 5 minutes with a kid, you know, talking to them, giving them a word of advice, a word of encouragement. And that's what I continue to do. You know, I was appointed ambassador at large for Haiti in 2012 by the former president, Michel Martelly. Thank you. And so I continue to do my work as far as that, as an ambassador, and, you know, just continue doing good work, man. You know, if I may, I'm the only athlete to ever do a hunger strike, you know. And so I am very active. I am an activist for human rights, for civil rights. And so that's never going to go anywhere. You know, that's an always till I die. Well, in 1993, while I was playing with the Detroit Pistons, there were some refugees that were found on these makeshift boats in the middle of the ocean, and they were picked up by the Coast Guard and taken to Guantanamo Bay and imprisoned, basically. And they were trying to escape, you know, the dictatorship and everything else of Duvalier. And so, unlike people from other countries, when they get picked up, you know, they're given parades, they celebrated, they're not put in jail. But the Haitian people were put in jail. And so as a form of protest to President Clinton's policies, I went on a hunger strike. It lasted 10 days and ended up going in front of Congress and actually got, you know, some of those people released. through my actions. So not just me, there were other people involved as well, but me, doing the hunger strike really lit a fire for a lot of people. So that's one of my proudest moments.
You know what? Thank you, and thanks for sharing that. That's awesome, man, because a lot of people say, hey, man, we need to do something. That's the fashionable thing today to say today in America. Something needs to be done. But
yeah, everybody woke now. I was woke 35 years ago.
That's right. Everybody woke. Yeah, man. Woke. Oh, yeah. Go back. If I like Chuck D, you say you get a late pass. We've been woke. Yeah, I definitely, man. I can definitely respect that, man. And man, that's awesome. You know what? I fashion myself a person who knows about things like that. I want to say I remember, but I can't put my finger on that. And that's awesome that you would do that. And just imagine if other athletes like you and like today's athlete Colin Kaepernick, if you had the kind of exposure these guys had then,
oh man,
you could have knocked down a wall like
I could have done a lot more. You're right, because I remember guys in the league, they ridiculed me, they laughed at me. I had a player because I did it in the middle of the season, and I had 4 games during my hunger strike, and I remember a guy, I won't even say his name, going, "You hungry?" Stuff like that. Which was real foul, but. It was tough. The league sent me a letter. They didn't want me to do it. We would advise you to not do this. And it's like, dude, please, unless you can walk in my shoes, don't tell me what to do. Okay? So everybody was against it. But now, again, it's the new thing. It's the in thing. And that's why I have so much respect for Colin Kaepernick. He's putting not only, his career in jeopardy, which he did, but he put his money on the line as well. So I have a lot of respect for him. So it's unfortunate that this man takes a stance and he's blackballed from doing his job as a professional football player. It boggles my mind. It really does.
With that, one of the things that I preach, and I may be wrong, I don't have a problem with being wrong. Without being wrong, you won't get any growth. But one of my things that I say on the show a lot is, why do players take pay cuts or give billionaires discounts to win jewelry when the ultimate goal is to have generational wealth and have all the Polynice people behind you be able to have the comfort that you're experiencing? What is your thought process behind instead of $30 million, I'm gonna go for no disrespect to David West, because he's a philanthropic guy also. But when guys like David West get $12 million back and play for 2 for a ring.
Well, you know what? That's an individual thing. I've learned I'm not giving any money back. That's why I try not to get technical fouls because I'm not giving you the money back by hook or by crook. And so it is an individual choice, and I can't say, I'm against it or whatever. I just respect anybody, for their own choice. But at the same time, I am preaching, hey, I ain't giving you nothing back. I'm sorry. Because it's not like they're going to give you more to help them chase the ring. So why are you giving back money to chase the ring? That's how you got to look at it. It's always been like this with us. Anytime something happens, with a player, right? They love you. But the minute something goes wrong, you get in trouble. What's the first thing that comes out of a general manager's mouth? We're going to do what's best for the organization. They never said we're going to do what's best for our player, for this guy, for that guy. No, we got to do what's best for the organization. So that's why I tell these young brothers, you got to always remember that, man. You are still a worker. Nothing more, nothing less. So if you're getting paid, make sure you get paid. You don't need to make no deals to give money back.
Because as a player, if you're lucky, if you're extremely lucky, you get 10, 12 years out the deal. If you're ridiculously lucky, you get a 20-year run like Kobe or Jason Terry or what have you. But by and large, you're getting paid for a decade and a half. Well, this guy who owns XYZ, the XYZ state, XYZ team, he's getting paid into perpetuity. His grandson will be getting paid from this very team. And even like with the guy at the Clippers, okay, the penalty was to make him a billionaire. He invested $12 million to buy the Clippers. He pissed everybody off, and then he got $2 billion to go away.
Yeah, they made him a billion. That was his punishment.
Right? Can I piss somebody off? Because I was else to piss off enough people to get $1 billion.
Yeah, let me give you a side note on that. Okay. There's 30 owners, 30 teams, 30 owners. We're the toys. Okay, the NBA is the toy that they own. Ballmer made his billions already. This is what he wanted. The NBA is like, what can I do with all this money that I have? Oh, I'll buy an NBA team. That's the fun. That's it's like the Ferrari. That's what it is for those billionaires. The NBA. I'm gonna buy an NBA team. That's my toy. None of this affects their bottom line. They've already gotten their bottom line. And that's what I try to tell these guys, man. But yet, whenever they criticize players, right, they always talk about, they make so much money. Why are these guys, arguing about this and that? But how come nobody brings up the owners making billions? I've always said, if you can pay somebody $100 million, how much are you making?
I say that almost every Wednesday.
Yeah, but nobody criticizes them. They only criticize us, and you know why? Because it's all young black men getting this money for the most part.
Say it again.
It's young black men getting this money. Okay? Yeah, we have white players and European players, but at the end of the day, they see the league is almost 70% black. That's what the problem is. That's where they have the issue. They never say a white player's salary. They always say a black player's salary. Always.
Exactly. I have no clue what Dirk makes. I didn't know what Steve Nash made until he went to the Lakers. I didn't know what Chris Mullin ever made. I know it's the bird rights, but we never knew what he made. But when Jose Canseco and Kirby Puckett signed those $4 million deals, that there was enormous money at the time, around the time you got drafted, that was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
I know what Don Mattingly made, though.
I just try to keep it real, man, because it's like it is what it is. They're going to be upset with us because we're making money. And we're supposed to make money and be quiet, just like the lady said to LeBron, shut up and dribble. And so, you know what? That's how they want us to be. They don't want us to have an opinion. They don't want us to have, any say-so whatsoever. They damn sure don't want us to kneel for anything or anyone. So, but that's what these guys have to understand.
One of the things I said on the Wednesday show is the NFL is currently doing a cleanse. They want characters like how you perceive Odell Beckham Jr., but they don't want you with character like Howie Long's son or Colin Kaepernick. Those guys are pushed to the background. So I totally agree with you, man. It's just a sad commentary. I don't want you to offend anyone, but do you think these guys are afraid to stand up?
First of all, if you think I'm afraid to offend somebody, you got this thing confused.
My man.
They're not afraid to offend. I just don't think they know any better. Because a lot of our guys have been programmed. And I criticize LeBron all the time, but I do believe he's one of the strongest guys we have as far as like activism. So I put him on that Mount Rushmore by himself. He's the only one up there, in my opinion. It's like him, as far as in the NBA. And if I'm going to put somebody else, then I got to put Colin Kaepernick up there with him. As far as guys that are like not even woke, just aware. And, that's also something we need to start being aware. And so they know what's going on, and they're not afraid to speak up and put their money where their mouths are. And I love that about him. Like LeBron, all the money he's donated over the years, to put kids through college. That's impressive stuff, something that Michael Jordan never has done, never will do. And so I put him as one of the greatest as far as like off the court. Yeah, So with that being said,